Good to see you.
Nice to see you, Dean. Oh, I love that. We don't get out and vote on Tuesday. It's important.
Yeah, so can I ask you just like a tiny question?
Yeah.
Do you think it's responsible for politicians to spend like $100 million in Iowa on TV ads, which go to mainly news stations that have lied to us for years, when there's homeless veterans out there that could use that money? When you didn't even come close to beating Trump, and you spent like $100 million in TV ad money?
Do you know my husband's a veteran?
That's fine, but I'm just saying. I'm asking you.
Do you know that when the media doesn't tell the truth, the whole reason you put commercials on is to tell the truth because the media doesn't?
My point is, you're not going to beat Trump, and all of the money you're wasting could go to better causes.
I appreciate
that would make the Republican Party actually look better.
You know what? Last I saw, it was a democracy. So we're going to keep working for a good democracy. We're going to work for freedom, but thank you for your service.
All right, y'all, we are back with another video. And say it ain't so, boy. We got Nikki Haley. Obviously, I don't see the reason why this woman thinks she still has a chance to beat Donald Trump. Woman, you just lost New Hampshire. And she still don't want to drop out of the race. For some reason, she thinks she's going to beat Donald Trump. That right there is what she's going around telling everybody. Now, this one's come from Liberal High Mind. He said that Nikki Haley just got ambushed and wrecked by an audience member who just done had enough of her. So I'm hearing that she got screened at, got ambushed, and because she must have said something crazy on stage. So we definitely finna check this out and see exactly what happened. But she need to go somewhere and sit down. She need to just go ahead and drop out of the race, because she just had somebody else last week that got in her face and told her, you need to drop out of this race, Nikki, because you are not finna defeat Donald Trump. But yet, here she goes. She still act like she's still in the race for some type of reason. But we're going to find out. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Shout out to everybody showing so much support. Everybody been leaving positive comments in the comment section. I also want to thank everybody who clicked on the video for the very first time. I appreciate all of you that's watching. I appreciate everybody that always comes straight in. Hit that like button. Everybody that always watches the entire video, because when you do that, YouTube will share it so more people can see my reaction, and that right there is where it helps the channel grow. Thank you all for that. But let's definitely check this out and see who ambushed Nikki Haley. Boy, boy, boy. She's just been getting toasted lately. But let's jump into it.
All right, friends, so another day, another Nikki Haley video. I know. Trust me when I tell you I'm just as sick of it as you are. I want to put this Nikki Haley thing to rest and move on with my life, just like I think a lot of us do. But honestly, we don't really have that luxury at this point. She refuses to drop out of the race. She wants to continue the circus parade. And so if she wants to continue, then I'm going to continue. Nikki Haley's attempted to rebrand herself as an anti-establishment Republican, as the new conservative generation. I know it's ridiculous. It's laughable, but that's her strategy. Supposedly, Donald Trump is the Republican establishment of old, even though the America grassroots movement surrounding him started in 2016. She wants to spin this new narrative web, but there's only one problem. The problem, I think, can be described in two words. First word, Nikki. Second word, Haley. She's the problem. She claims that she's part of this new generation of conservatives, but every time she speaks, I think the greatest description is, as Vivek Ramaswamy put it, she's essentially Dick Cheney in 6-inch heels. Yeah. You know it, I know it, the people know it, and that's why moments like these continue to happen. Nikki Haley gets heckled at her most recent campaign event, once again looking like a deer caught in the headlights, and her media tour makes it even worse. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on. We got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so Nikki Haley supposedly is the new generation of conservatives, but it doesn't seem like the people are buying it.
Only way we will get that done. None of us want new wars. None of us want new wars.
Oh man, that hurt. She's getting ambushed up there.
That, my friends, is the quote of the day.
Whoa.
We're sick of the wars. We want America first. Friends, that right there is the new conservative moment. That's the new generation of conservative thought. Enough with the endless wars, enough with the world policing, enough with the proxy war, sending other nations' young men and women to get slaughtered on the front line. These endless proxy wars that are marketed under the banner of preserving democracy abroad. That's the new generation of conservative thought. Stop wasting taxpayer dollars, flushing it down the drain to be spent on death and destruction, only for companies like Halliburton and BlackRock to then come in swooping in to save the day. Oh, scratch that, to enrich themselves like you can't even imagine. People are sick of it all. What they want to see is a Trump approach. That's the new conservative generation.
Can you say if you want Ukraine or Russia to win this war?
I want everybody to stop dying. They're dying. Russians and Ukrainians. I want them to stop dying. And I'll have that done. I'll have that done in 24 hours. I'll have it done.
I mean, very simply put, we want to see people stop dying. No more dying. We don't want to see peace through strength. We want to see peace through diplomacy, negotiation, business, trade. That's what we want to see. American economic muscle being flexed to achieve peace. Not American military muscle. It's a different approach, and look, it hasn't been tried yet, but clearly what these wartime boomers are doing has been tried, and it's been a constant recipe of disaster for decades at this point. That's the old generation. Nikki Haley's the old generation, and now she's trying to spin the message in one of the most ridiculous copium propaganda nonsense messaging campaigns I think I've ever seen. Nikki Haley's new talking point is, let's go to war, let's start wars with our enemies, let's call for strikes and attack them, because that's how you prevent wars.
What would that mean in practice? When you say Biden didn't do something, what was that something that he should have been doing?
The very first strike that hit, you punch and you punch back hard. What they should be doing is going after every ounce of production of those missiles. Wherever those missiles are, you take that out. You keep doing. You take out the training sites. You go and you.
But does that risk escalating a war?
Does that mean striking Iran directly?
It means striking the resources that are allowing them to hurt our troops. That's what you're doing. It's not going after the.
But they're backed by Iran. Iran says that they're not declaring the shots, but Iran's training them. They're providing intelligence. They're providing weapons.
And this goes
there would be no Hamas without Iran, Hezbollah without Iran, or Houthis without Iran.
Yes, you're going Iran is a really big escalation. And
you go after wherever those missiles are, the production, wherever it is in Iraq and Syria, you take that out. Wherever it is in Lebanon that they're doing that, you take that out. You go after the leaders making the decisions. It's not after Iran, the country. It's after the people who are making these decisions. When Soleimani was assassinated, it sent a chill up their spine. They literally, it took their breath out. You have to be strategic. It's not starting war. It's actually preventing war.
I mean, that's got to be the most ridiculous thing I think I've heard all year. It's not starting war. It's actually preventing war. Attacking Iran, taking the Lindsey Graham approach. I mean, he literally tweeted this the other day. Apparently, that approach is not only the new generation.
Y'all listen to this crap that Nikki Haley just said. So you want troops to risk their lives just trying to go attack them. So you basically want the wars to keep going on. You want them to risk their lives going to go try to kill somebody else. And then they end up probably getting their life took. This woman is ridiculous, bro. Y'all listen to this part right here. Listen to this last part she just said.
Go after wherever those missiles are, the production, wherever it is in Iraq.
Go to wherever the missiles are. Listen to this.
In Syria, you take that out. Wherever it is in Lebanon that they're doing that, you take that out. You go after the leaders making the decisions. It's not after Iran, the country. It's after the people who are.
Why not just try to prevent it? How about that, Nikki? How about not just trying to prevent anything? Because if you're trying to send people to go find the people who's starting it, you really want the war to keep going on. Because it's going to cause them to keep on firing back. And now you risking these people's life for getting killed. Oh my, dude, this is crazy.
Making these decisions. When Soleimani was assassinated, it sent a chill up their spine. They literally, it took their breath out. You have to be strategic. It's not starting war. It's actually preventing war.
I mean, that's got to be the most ridiculous thing I think I've heard all year. It's not starting war. It's actually preventing war. Attacking Iran, taking the Lindsey Graham approach. I mean, he literally tweeted this the other day. Apparently, that approach is not only the new generation of conservative leadership, Dick Cheney and 6-inch heels.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's a preventative strategy. You got to be out of your damn mind to support this woman. You got to be out of your damn mind to say something like that.
That's what I'm saying. Whoever support Nikki Haley, good for you. Because I cannot see how in the world this woman make a statement like that and you walk around and say that you is a Nikki Haley supporter. Like, this is crazy. She really just wants your folks to get killed. Like, it is ridiculous for her to say something like that. And you see the reason why this guy in the audience was finna get an ambush her. Like, he was pissed off. Like, put America first. You up here talking about wars and people should go fight, should go do this so they can risk their lives. Man.
As if we don't have evidence to the exact contrary over the last however many decades. All we've done is attack. All we've done is invade, topple regimes. And what have we gotten in return? The Taliban, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, the Houthis. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Hezbollah, you name it. We've seen the expansion of terror cells, heightened security risk, horrible attacks on the homeland, like 9/11 and others. You know, the world is more stable in a lot of ways as we enter a more modern age, but it seems as though the military-industrial complex is hell-bent on slowing that progression. But of course, the counter-argument is going to be, well, no. It's never our fault. It's everybody else's fault. It's Vladimir Putin's fault. It's Iran's fault. They want to present everything as black and white, as good versus evil, as us versus them. That's how we're going to solve this problem, by dividing the world into a black and white binary of good versus evil. Excuse me, but that seems like the core basis for starting a war. That seems like the core basis for wartime propaganda campaigns to justify endless war in regions like the Middle East and Eastern Europe. You know, that's the exact kind of mentality, this sort of no compromise, these people are my enemies, these people must be eradicated type of thought process that we see in Israel, for instance. That's the mentality that pretty much ensures that we're never going to see peace between the Palestinians and Israelis. Is that really what we're looking for? More conflict, more hatred, more division between the West and the East? I don't know about you guys, but once again, my thought process is, I am Team Trump, Team America first. It's the age-old adage, keep your friends close and keep your enemies closer. The approach, in my view, should be peace through diplomacy, negotiation.
Because you heard what Donald Trump said. Donald Trump said, look, it ain't the point about who you support or you trying to get them to fight each other. He said, I just want everybody to stop dying. Just leave the war stuff alone. Let's focus on America. But you got Nikki Haley sitting over here want to keep it going. That was she basically saying. If you listen to what she was just saying, she really wants the wars to keep going on. She ain't studying America. That's the reason why Candace Owens said that she should be the president in Israel. She worried about wars constantly going on instead of worrying about the task at hand. And that's the reason why you see this guy was screaming at her. He was like he was getting ready to ambush and go on that stage. But he ripped that sign up in her face, ripped her sign up. Because she's so much worried about wars than worried about the United States. And it's ridiculous for anybody to be supporting this woman.
Using leverage, not these constant demonization propaganda campaigns, which in some cases might even be right. You know, maybe America's public enemy #1 on the global stage is a dictator, is a fascist, is a human rights violator. Maybe all of those assertions in some of these cases is totally correct. But even with that being the case, I still think diplomacy and negotiations is the right approach, even when interacting with our greatest foes. The option is very clear. There's the, I want people to stop dying approach, the Donald Trump approach, the America First approach. Let's focus on ourselves, focus on our borders, keeping people safe.
Keeping people safe, focus on our borders, like focus on the stuff that really need to focus, not to be worried about wars and why people should be fighting back or go find the person who shot the missile. And then something happened to you, now you done lost your life listening to Nikki Haley. Focus on it's more important things to be focused on right now. Like he said, the border, America first, making sure everything is good. But this woman sitting here is worried about wars.
Donald Trump approach, the America First approach. Let's focus on ourselves, focus on our borders, keeping people safe domestically. Let's take care of our own, rather than the Nikki Haley, Dick Cheney approach of let's prevent wars by starting all-out wars and launching strikes on our enemies. Absolutely frickin' insane. I want no part of it, and that's pretty much what's on my mind today after watching a couple of those Nikki Haley clips.
Wow. Shout out to Liberal High Mind. That was a great video right there. Obviously, you can see that this woman is worried about inciting wars and people fighting back. They're trying to say, you know what, we don't need to be doing that at all. She ain't worried about the United States. She ain't worried about the border. She ain't worried about us Americans. She is worried about people fighting each other in wars and losing their lives. That's what she's worried about. Just like what Donald Trump said, just stop dying. Let's focus on that. But like I said, y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments section. Nikki, hey, like I said before, I can't see how anybody can support this woman. I just can't see it. But like I said before, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.